Namaste and welcome back to your mat. We will begin today's self confidence flow in a seated position. And with an inhale, open the arms out wide, bringing the hands behind the chest. Press the heart forward. Let the head fall back. Exhale, reach the fingers in front of you and give yourself a hug, reaching for the opposite shoulders. Rounding through the spine and pull the shoulder blades apart. With your next inhale, open the arms out wide, opening across the front body. And with your exhale, reach the arms around, giving yourself another hug and having that opposite grip. Inhale, open. And your exhale to close. Keep switching the opposite grips. With your inhales, you lift the gaze, and your exhale, you bring in warmth and love and light. Inhale and exhale. Take one last cycle of breath, opening the arms out wide, and then drop your hands onto your knees, allowing a sense of love and warmth and energy to wash over you. We'll start to circle around in the hips, rounding through the spine, bring chin to the chest, leaning back and leaning forward, inhaling, opening the heart space. Just moving through the spine into the hips and even the front of the body. We'll switch directions, rotating the other way here. Feel free to use your hands onto the knees to really get into this movement. Beautiful job. Inhale, reach the arms up high. And exhale, bring your hands down to heart. Take a breath in to set an intention of loving your body and honoring your breath. Begin to make your way into a tabletop position, stacking shoulders over your wrists and hips over the knees. Shift the weight forward, come into a low plank, hugging your elbows to your sides, lower the chest all the way to the mat. Taking a breath in for baby cobra, press down through the tops of the feet and open the heart space. And exhaling to lower the heart down. Press down through the feet, inhale, lift the heart, baby cobra. Use the muscles in the back body. Exhale, release. Last one here. Breathe in, roll the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Maybe float the palms, hold for your exhale. Breathe in and breathe out, release. Beautiful job. Bring your hands to the top corners of your mat and begin to lift the elbows. Bring the head through center if it's not already, and pull yourself up into a cobra pose, straightening slowly through the arms as much as it feels good in the low back, then lowering from the belly to the ribs, the chest, and the chin. Breathe in, lift the heart. Feel free to adjust the arms as you need. Let the head fall back and exhale, release. Intimidation cobra. Keep the elbows lifted. Breathe in, lift the heart. Breathe out, release. Beautiful job. Bring the legs together at the bottom of the mat and drop the right ear down to the ground. Breathe in deeply into the low belly, feeling the back expand. And when you're ready, press yourself up through plank and come into a downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Come up onto the tippy toes. Lifting the hips, start to round forward and bend deeply into the knees. Lift your gaze to your hands and make your way to the top of the mat. With an inhale, find a flat back, open the heart, and exhale, fold. We'll breathe in, big sweep up of the arms, palms touch overhead, and exhale, draw your hands down into your heart. Breathing in, sweep up the sun, the arms reach overhead. I apologize for not being in frame here. Reach the fingers a little bit higher, squeeze the core and root down through the feet. Drop the right arm back behind you to the back of the right thigh. Reach the left fingers up and over so you're kind of on a diagonal to the bottom corner of your mat. Then dive the left finger forward and round all the way over towards the left. The left hand will come up the left thigh and the right hand will reach over and back behind you. Breathe in deeply, feeling the stretch across the torso as well as into the side body. With your exhale, dive forward with the right hand and circle yourself all the way back towards the right. Inhale, reach yourself up into that back bend. And exhaling to dive forward, make your way back over towards the left. Inhale. And exhale, reach the arms up high. Beautiful job. Reground down through the feet and bring hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. And exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale into a halfway lift, find a flat back. And exhale, release the hands to the mat and step back into your plank. Option to drop the knees, or inhale, shift the weight forward, come onto the tippy toes, and exhale, lower all the way to the belly with your arms touching your sides. Inhale for baby cobra like we did in the first round, or you can straighten to the arms for cobra pose. Make your way into your downward facing dog from here. Bend into the knees, look to the hands, and step up to the top of your mat, inhaling into a half lift. Exhaling to release. Inhale, rise up, both arms overhead, and exhale, hands to heart. A sun salutation A, beautiful job. Now growing tall in your mountain pose with your arms at your sides, take a deep cleansing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, releasing anything that no longer serves you. Find stillness and ground down, bringing hands to heart center, exhaling, fold. Bring your hands to the mat and bend your knees as much as you need to. If the ground feels far away, feel free to use a block. Kick up the left heel towards the glutes. Round through the spine, bring your knee to the nose. Flamingo pose. Coming into a quad stretch. Reach the left fingers back behind you towards the outside of the left foot. Keep the hips in line and start to press the foot into the hand and the hand into the foot. Stay grounded, or if you'd like, you can come into this standing with shoulders on top of the hips. Reach your right arm back around as well. This will open across the chest. Lift the gaze if you'd like and breathe slowly. Stay here or bring the right hand to the hip and reach the left hand for the inside of the foot this time. The right fingers can reach up to the sky as you start to hinge forward and kick the foot up to the sky. Dancer's pose. It's okay to fall out. Release any expectations of yourself. You can slowly begin to bring the left knee forward, wrapping your hands around the shin and maybe lean back. Standing wind reliever pose. This is a great counter stretch for dancers. Softly step the left foot back down and re-ground into your mountain and fold forward. Flamingo pose. Kick the right heel to the glutes, rounding through the spine. Bring the knee to the nose. Take a breath in and a breath out. Rooting down through the left hand, the right arm reaches for the outside of the foot. Find the quad stretch. Pull the knee back behind you, and you might even feel a stretch into the front of the left shoulder. Stay grounded with the left palm, or you can start to slowly lift yourself up, finding this standing variation with both hands reaching for the foot. Pull the elbows back behind you and lift the heart. Now you can stay here, or you can start to find your way into dancers. Bring the left hand to the hip and switch the right hand's grip to the inside of the foot. Begin your dance reaching the left fingers high and tilting the heart forward as you kick up the foot. Enjoying this flow, find your breath. In your own time, begin to rise up and float the right knee in front of you, interlacing hands around the shin or the hamstring. Maybe you can lean back. Take a breath in, come up through center, and then drop the foot down to the mat. Stepping the feet about hip width apart, reach the fingers high. Exhale, sink into yogi squat or malasana. You can heel toe the feet a little bit more towards each other or turn the toes out. Drop the tailbone to the ground as you lift the heart. One more inhale. And an exhale. Bring one hand in front of you and one hand behind the hips. You can come down into a seat. Bring the legs in front of you, the toes tap down. Start to lean back with the chest and then lift the toes off the ground. You can hold onto the calves or the thighs, or you can reach the arms out by your sides. Breathing in, pull the collarbones apart and shoulder blades together. Breathing out, maybe you can hinge a little bit deeper, extending the legs long, leaning back a little bit more. Lift yourself up and give yourself a great big hug, setting the feet down to the mat. We'll come into dragonfly pose, turning to face the long side of your mat, and bring your heels out to the top and bottom corners. You can bring your hands behind you as an extra support, or you can gently fold forward towards the mat. Resting the hands on your thighs, your shins, or underneath the shoulders. Focus on your breath here and fill yourself with gratitude for being able to exist in this world, but also in your body. Slower than you want to, begin to lift yourself up. Cross the legs, and we'll take a breath together here. Inhale, reach the arms high. And exhale, hands to your heart. The light in me sees, acknowledges, and honors the light in you, and knows that they are the same. Namaste.